Alrighty, kids. Today, we're going to learn about shapes. Shape is one of our 7 elements of art. Our first unit was all about line, and we use lines to create shapes. A line creates the outline of a shape. Each time a line outlines a shape, it is really creating 2 images, the positive one and the negative one. The shapes that I'm creating here are called 2-dimensional shapes. We know it's a 2-dimensional shape because it's flat on my piece of paper. I can't pick up those shapes and take them anywhere. I drew them flat on my sheet of paper. A 3-dimensional shape is something that has form, and we'll get to that element of art just a little bit later. These are also called a geometric shape. A geometric shape is a shape that has rules, like geometry. A circle is always round, a triangle always has 3 points, and a square always has 4 sides that are the same length and 4 right angles. The shapes that I'm drawing here are just a little bit different. These are not geometric shapes. A flower does not have rules it has to follow. A leaf can look many different ways. And a tree, oh my goodness, there's just too many different ways to draw trees. You can't have rules for drawing trees. These are also 2-dimensional shapes because they're flat on my piece of paper. If I was going to make them out of clay or sculpt them in some way, they could be a 3-dimensional form, but these are flat shapes because they're on my paper. These are called organic shapes. An organic shape does not have rules, like a flower, a leaf, or a tree. For our assignment today, you're going to choose 3 simple objects. I chose my giant paper clip, a pair of glasses, and my sock monkey. We're going to be making something called contour drawings today. We're going to basically trace around the outside of each shape, but we're not tracing it. We're going to look at it and draw from observation. I'm going to look at each object and just observe what the shape is. I don't want to pick any object that is really complicated. We're going to start our contour drawings with my giant clothespin. I picked a blue marker. You can use whatever you want to write with. And I'm just going to look at my clothespin and try to draw using one long line. We practiced making a continuous line when we did our maze project for Unit 1. So we're used to not picking up our marker or our pencil. If you do pick it up, you can start back at the same spot. Remember, this is called a contour or an outline drawing, so we don't want to add any details, only the outline of our object. All right, I've got 1 down, 2 more to go. If you'd like to draw your contour drawings on the same sheet of paper, that would be fine. Next up is my glasses. Do I want to close them up or leave them open? I think I'm going to close them up just like that so I can see them while I'm drawing. And remember, it's okay if your object looks a little weird. Don't worry if it doesn't look exactly like the object that you're drawing. Those glasses are a little bit funky, but that's okay. I'm just drawing the contour or outline for practice of my shapes. Next up is Mr. Sock Monkey. He might be the hardest one. First, I'm going to observe him and see what shapes he's made out of. Then I'm just going to grab my marker and go for it. I'm going to draw his ears, around his head, down his little arms, and his legs. Remember to look at your object while you're drawing it. Don't just draw what you think it looks like. Make sure you're drawing from observation. Oh, forgot his little tail. Thanks, guys, and I hope that you have successfully drawn 3 simple objects. Could be an apple, could be a vase, could be something very simple. Draw those contour lines and send them to me on Schoology.